You've mentioned this word trauma a number of times, and it's a word that we use a lot in our society, but it's an important thing to address. It sounds like you help people process through their trauma. So what does that look like? And what's your thoughts on trauma? How does it impact the human being, the human experience?
Well, trauma is the illusion of a fracture. I don't actually believe that anybody is ever broken.
Yes.
But to go through something so extreme that you feel broken, that's still really valid. And
Yep.
I know what needs to occur for someone to truly feel broken. I've lived that. So when I'm helping people work through trauma, what is that? It is really meeting people where they are in that perceived brokenness, validating it. Sometimes it really is just sitting in that space with them for a minute. I don't do it in a traditional way. I'm not a traditional therapist, but I am, trauma coaching or even spiritual healing is all based. But the trauma piece is probably the piece I love the most, because even though the suffering is just profoundly awful, some of our greatest gifts come from that space. So if you have the mindset to look for it, if you're willing to take, not to say that you're deserving of something horrible happening to you, sometimes just really shitty things happen. It's okay to acknowledge that. And yet still say, the empowerment mindset. What does that actually look like? Well, I'm going to take responsibility though, even though I don't deserve this. It's okay. And sometimes we do, right? But to look at something really traumatic and say, what's the lesson here? I'm going to look for it anyway. And then take that and to take something that is so profoundly painful and to make sense of it in a way that allows you to really accept. But how can we truly accept these awful things? There's got to be another step here. And to me, it's always about finding the purpose and being able to gift it forward. That heals people the most radically when you go, wait a minute, there's a reason why I went through this.